So hey guys, it's been a little while since I've been sort of posting on Carve. I hope everyone's doing well and the whole COVID-19 stuff is hopefully in the past. I kind of thought I'd give you a little update on my sort of Ownboard experience. As you guys know, I was a keen early adopter of the Ownboards, and I still to this day think they're absolutely awesome boards, but it hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. So I've owned 3 of these boards now. I have, or had, 2 bamboos and this Carve, which has been fantastic. But I'm now up to 3 separate battery failures on this board. And credit to them, Ownboard have essentially said that they had a manufacturing issue where the flex from the board would essentially cause the cabling to snap and effectively render the battery useless. Now the first time it happened, okay, I think I was in the middle of nowhere. I had a lovely, I think it was what, an hour and a half to get from where I was back home, and as we're in the middle of COVID, or the beginning of COVID-19, I couldn't get a lift from Shaz, no taxis, no nothing, so I was, and I was working as well, so I had to explain to my boss why I was about 2 hours late for getting onto the afternoon meetings. But there's another issue that I found with the Ownboards, which is, and actually, hold that thought, we've got one here. Is I don't know how well you can see this. The charge jack. Now I've had this literally fuse on me. Basically plugged it in, and I don't know if you guys can see this. This is actually the charger that it was plugged into. It went supernova. I'm not entirely sure where you can see this, but it got so hot that it's melted the insulation they use to basically seal the batteries in, and nearly took my arm off. Now, again, to their credit, they have been, Ownboard have been pretty good. They're not terribly responsive, so your mileage may vary when you're sort of interacting with them, and I wouldn't suggest getting shitty with them because I think, yeah, there's some issues going on there. So after what, 6 or 7 months of Ownboard ownership, I would say that they're great boards. When they're rolling, they're awesome. They carve great, and as I've said previously, they're easily in comparison with the GTR, but you can't rely on them. And now I believe it's Slick Revolution who are now sort of UK retailers. They are selling them for something ridiculous like £1,400. And you're sitting thinking, why would you spend £1,400 on essentially a Chinese board when you could just go to Evolve? And I know there's Evolve haters out there. Some of it, justified, some of it not, but for me, I think my future plans are now. I'm gonna fix this board back up again. This currently board, there's no battery in it. It's essentially a shell as it stands. I will get this fixed up. I'll do a full service on it, and then it's going to be sold. I'm going to keep the Carbon. I think the Carbon is a really solid board, and it doesn't seem to be impacted by the same battery issues. And then I don't know where we're going with this after this. I like the idea of the Baja boards. They're cool. They're like the Ferrari of electric skateboards. But they're also sort of ridiculously expensive. They're massive. I need a board I can throw in a car. I already have. I own a Tesla Model S, and even getting these in the car is not exactly smooth. And putting in my other car is just ridiculous. So there's some interesting stuff coming out at the moment. I think we're now getting to the point where boards are becoming cheaper and more accessible. Particularly now we're seeing more scooters on the road. So I think we'll see where we're going to go, but I'm definitely in the market for a new board. I do want a GTR. As you can probably see, we've got the original carbon and the bamboo here that are still my daily drivers. I ride these all the time. These are running Stonies at the moment. I'm too much of a girl to ride that properly, so we'll bit of work on that one to do. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, apologies for the sort of the random video, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Look after yourselves. Stay awesome. Oh, fuck, it was out of shot.